Hey guys, Aaron Tart is here, and today we are talking about the OpenAI API. I will explain everything about create chat completion, the chat completion object, and the chat completion chunk object. So I know nothing about it, so I will see it the first time just like you. So let's get started and have fun. Okay, chat, what is it? Given a list of messages comprising a conversation, the model will return a response. Okay, so on the second tab, I have an opened related guide to chat completion. Let's do it here. So, yeah, they will talk us about the text generation models, blah, blah, draft documents. Yeah, okay. Let's get back to the API because we are talking about the API reference mostly, but in the future stay tuned and I will create a video about the documentation as well. Create chat completion. Just make a post to the api.openai.com creating chat completion. Yep, pretty obvious. Creates a model response for the given chat conversation. Got it? Okay, so they will return us a model response. Okay, what the parameters? So messages, we'll send there a list of messages comprising the conversation so far. Okay, about the conversation, so just send the messages, no problem. Example code is here. No, it's too big. No, let's make it smaller. Yeah, okay. So we are sending the messages. Check this out. Messages are a list of objects. We are familiar with that already. I talked about it in the last videos, the role, content, everything about it. So show the possible types is the system message, user message, assistant message, tool message, and the function message, which is deprecated now. What is it? Role, content, name. All of that has the same. No. I thought all of that had the same structure, but not. All of that has role and content. Yep, but additionally they have some other fields. Okay. Whoa, let's close everything. Okay, system messages, user message, assistant message, tool message, and function message. Let's get started from the first one, system message. The content, role. Why they put the role to the second place? It should be role content, not the content role. I'm pretty needy about such a small thing, so it's made me feel strange about it. Nevertheless, the content is the contents of the system message. Okay, role of the messages of the author, in this case system. So the role, while the message is system message, always should be the word system, the constant. No problem. Name, an optional name for the participant. Provide the model information to differentiate between the participant and the same role. So they're trying to say us, I can send a few messages. Every role, on all the messages, the role will be system, but the different names, for example, John, Bob, Alice, all of the system one, but it has the different content. Once again, I know nothing about it, so I'm just trying to guess what does it mean. Okay, let's check the example. So role is system, right? The content is you are a helpful assistant. So they are saying to the system who they are, who the system are. And what if I will send a few object messages with the same role system but with a different name? For example, one message, you are a helpful assistant, and another message, you are a technical writer, right? This is Bob, this is Alice. I suppose in the future, when we will make another API calls, sequent API calls during the same conversation, probably I can refer to the system participants by the name, maybe, I don't know. For example, hey Bob, tell me this, hey Alice, tell me this. So like you're talking to a few advisors or a few participants in this business meeting, for example. Okay, user message, content, I know what it is, role, the role, in this case user, always should be the user. If the message is user message, name an optional name for a participant, the same. Okay, assistant message. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Content, the content required unless tool calls or function call is specified. Required unless. So if we set the tool calls or function call, this is not required. So I can send a message without the content at all. If tool calls or function call is specified, what is it? Tool calls, function call. Okay, we will go this in a bit. Role, the role assistant. This is the only one which is marked required red. Name, an optional name for the participant. The same. So you can refer in the future. This is my guess. I think so. Maybe we will refer to this participant in the future by the name. By the name, what the name? Hey, Mr. Assistant, yeah, like that. Assistant 1, Assistant 2, and so on, I suppose. So, another one, tool calls. This is interesting. The tool calls generated by the model, such as function call. What? Tool calls? What is the tool calls? What is it? The ID of the tool call. I actually have no idea what the tool call is. Do you know? The type of the tool, currently only function. So they have a few tools, and the current tool can be the function. So the function is a tool. Okay, the function that the model called. So I can write some kind of a function and call it from the message. Maybe, for example, the function is open browser or something else. Function call. Deprecated. Okay, got it. So deprecated, let's still learn about it just to understand what the idea behind it. I like to learn deprecated stuff from some APIs, because the deprecated stuff are how the programmers thought about it in the past. And when you see how they thought about it in the past, and now you can see how they thought about thinking about it in the present, so you understand the line of their thinking. Okay, and by the way, you understand better how the software developing. So when you see the past, you can see the present, you better see the future, right? Deprecate it and replace it by tool calls. Got it. The name and arguments, the function are generated by the name and arguments of the function should be called name and arguments. So in the function call, you pass the name, you pass the arguments. Okay. And in the tool calls, by the way, there is a field or parameter called function, and this is the function itself. Let's see what's inside. Name and arguments, right? So before that, we had a function call with arguments and name, and now it's wrapped in the tool calls with ID type. So the idea behind this, I suppose, like there will be more tools except function. So before that, there was the only function, and now they are trying to evolve it and added some additional stuff except function. I don't know. Currently, only function is supported. Another one, I cannot imagine what it will be, but it will be for sure. Hide property. Yep. Okay. Name and arguments. What about the functions? Okay. Functions. Tools. We have no tools. So what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to find an example where the tool calls are using, and I'm using these stubs, default, image input, streaming, function, log, props, functions. And I thought there was a tool calls here, assistant message, content, role, name, tool calls. So it should be under the messages thing, but it's not. So messages, curl. I want an example about these where we are, assistant messages. You know what? Let's not stuck here. Let's go further. So function message is deprecated. We just learned about it, and let's go to the next parameters. Accept messages. Basically, we understand already what is it. This is system, can be system user. You can be like pretend to be an assistant, not pretend to be, but set the to the system, like taking into account assistant messages, blah blah blah. Model. ID of the model to use. Model and required. For example, GPT-4o. Okay, got it. So it can be GPT 3.5, 4o, GPT-4, blah blah. Let's check the model endpoint compatibility, just in case. Okay, assistant can use this. So what we're seeing right now on the screen is the model endpoint compatibilities between the endpoints and the model that you can use inside it. For example, you remember last video we talked about audio speech, audio translations, transcriptions, blah blah, and there was a model different from the GPT-4, GPT-4 3.5. It was TTS1, TTS1 HD. I have no idea what it did, but in this table you can see it's more obvious right now. So audio speech use TTS1, TTS HD. For translation, whisper, and I know what is whisper is. Whisper is about speaking, so model can use the whisper one to generating speech on the fly. So yep, this is pretty useful. Got it. Let's go further. Frequency penalty. Number or no. Okay. Optionals defaults to 0. What is it? Number between -2 and 2. Between -2 and 2. What is it? It's like mark, or I don't know, A, B, C, F, or what is -2? I understand from -1 to 1, but -2 to 2. Okay. Positive values penalize new tokens based on their existence frequency. Decreasing the model likelihood. Oh god, what is it? So I know for the guys who understand this very well, it sounds stupid, like everybody know what is frequency penalty, but I have no idea. Yep, see the more information. Yep, let's see it. Yep, penalties, frequency penalties. Frequency penalties, it's like if you make a request too frequent, you will have some fine or penalty behind the scene. Oh no. Okay, no way. Let's let's not stuck here. The result is I don't understand it yet, but I will in the future. Frequency penalty. Let's go further. Logged bears. Map defaults to null. Modify the likelihood of specified tokens appearing in the completion. The likelihood of specified tokens appearing in the completion. Okay. Accepts a JSON object that maps token to an associated BS value. Okay. By the token ID in the tokenizer. It's something about token, and you know what? I'm a bit lost in these token terms, because I have to learn about tokens more. Yeah, but now I understand it. Mathematically, the BS is added to the logits generated. Okay, values between -1 and 1 is better than -2 and 2. Yeah, more, feeling better. Should decrease, increase likelihood values like should result in a ban. It's something about likelihood of specifying tokens. Yep, skip it. I don't understand it. Log props. Whether the returned log probability of the output. Okay, yeah. So this one controls will the log probability returns in the output or not. I don't know why that, but yep, I understand. Top log props, integer between, you have specified the number one. Okay. Okay, it's kind of related to the previous one, log props, but you can set the integer between 0 and 20 to specify the number to return at each token. So I don't want to see everything, I only want like 10 most likely tokens here. So log props must be set to true. Okay, so log props is boolean, yeah, like true false. Yep, got it. So yeah, when you go through the API and you're reading the next parameters, your often situation is you understand the previous one better. Yep, classic. Max tokens, maximum number of tokens that can be generated to the chat completion. I wonder how it works. So if I set the max tokens too small that it so chat trying to answer me, right? But I set it too little, too few tokens that it can use. So what it said, like, I cannot answer because I have too less tokens, or it will only give me half an answer. I don't know. Half an answer is actually better than the no answer at all, but still I'm interested in how it works. If you know, put the answer in the comment. Total length of input tokens and generated tokens limited. Okay. Something. Oh, that's what I like. N. Parameter called N, just N. Just one letter. It's nice. Integer or no? N. So do you have an idea what is it? It's N. So how many chat completion choices? How many chat completion choices? Yeah, choice. I know these choices to generate for each input message. Default one. Yeah, I hate this one really. When you are making you question the chat and it's give you two answers and say like, hey man, there's two options, this and this. Choose what the better. And I think I already told about it in the previous video. I hate this because I'm using ChatGPT for single answer. So I want no brainer answer to stop thinking at all. So the Google worse than the ChatGPT because the Google make me think. So when I ask a question to Google, it have me 10, at least on the first page is the 10 options. Like you can go here, you can go. I want one single answer. So if the optional, so this how many chat completion choices will be set to 2 or maybe 3, it's just like hell. No way. Keep n as 1. Yep. And by the way, keep n as 1 to minimize cost. By the way, this is actually helpful when you want to fine-tuning the model, or I don't know if I'm using these terms right, because when the people choosing the right choices, they kind of training your model, kind of. Oh man, there's a lot of parameters here, so let's stop here. So to keep videos not so long, so it will be easier to watch it. So I will talk about these parameters starting from this strange n parameter in the next video. So stay tuned. Bye bye guys. See you later.